things. Maybe it should be.
Right, I've been waiting for this moment. Read them and weep the hell.
No, Becky, it's not enough to pull a bill out of the jar. You have to pay it, too.
I put it back in the jar so somebody else would pull it.
Let's just call it a night.
No, guys, no, come here. Hey, look, I got a light on my phone. I got a light. See, guys, come on. I got 4 kings.
Now at 10, new leads in a hit-and-run crash that killed a 16-year-old bicyclist in Exposition Park. Tonight, the CHP announcing a person of interest as the community pushes for justice.
They never saw them coming. 4 armed thieves ambush a man and woman in Beverly Hills, stealing their handbags before running off with the loot. The crime all caught on camera.
And a highly anticipated hearing is happening in just a matter of hours. Brothers Eric and Lyle Menendez will appear in court for a possible chance at freedom. The Ktla 5 News at 10 starts right now. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the News at 10. I'm Rick Chambers.
And I'm Kareen Winter. We begin with breaking news in the apparent road rage hit-and-run death of a teenage cyclist in Exposition Park.
A 28-year-old Hispanic man from L.A. has been identified now as a person of interest. That crash happened on Friday night at the BMO Stadium parking lot. CHP officers say about 40 bicyclists were out there riding on Figueroa Street when a confrontation of some sort unfolded between the riders and a driver. And that's when they say the driver of a Honda Accord followed those riders into a parking lot and intentionally ran over 16-year-old Jonathan Flores before taking off. Community activists are saying that this tragedy might not have happened if there were stricter punishments for hit and runs.
The penalties for hit and run, road rage, are laughable. They are laughable. It's a misdemeanor with only a few days in jail. You're talking about a major, not only felony, should be, but loss of life, but yet you have such lax enforcement.
Well, CHP detectives issued a search warrant at an L.A. home believed to be associated with that suspect, and 2 cars were seized as evidence, a blue 2021 BMW and a black 2018 Honda Accord. Now, the person of interest, as I mentioned, is believed to have been driving the Accord at the time of the crash.
The father of the missing Hawaii woman last seen here in Los Angeles was found dead this morning near LAX. Ryan Kobayashi recently traveled to LA to help search for his daughter, Hannah. The 30-year-old woman vanished earlier this month after missing her connecting flight to New York. Family members say that they received strange text messages from Hannah. This was on November 11th and have not heard from her since. The LA County Medical Examiner confirms her father was found dead in a parking lot, but the cause of death is not listed. Any information about Hannah's whereabouts should be given to the LAPD.
In other news, all eyes are on Van Nuys now, where the Menendez brothers' resentencing hearing is going to take place tomorrow.
The brothers will attend the hearing, but virtually from San Diego. Our Carlos Acedo is live at the courthouse ahead of tomorrow's big date. Carlos.
We're Kareen. Good evening. A lot of buzz surrounding the resentencing hearing in the case People versus Eric and Lyle Menendez. As you mentioned, the brothers won't be here physically. They will join virtually, but officials anticipate a large crowd just given the high interest of this case. So they've set up a lottery system to allow only 16 members of the general public access inside that courtroom. The Menendez brothers have been in prison for 34 years and could be set free soon after the LA District Attorney recommended resentencing.
It could be mundane or it could be significant depending on how things roll out.
Their defense team argues the brothers should be resentenced and released for the 1989 murders of their parents, saying they killed because of sexual abuse by their father. The question is, could they be eligible for parole right away?
It's up to the judge as to whether he recalls the sentence tomorrow, whether he does the resentencing tomorrow. He tentatively set a December 11th date, so that's still out there. The governor's decision, he said he was going to defer until Mr. Hochman takes office. That's not until next week. And for the resentencing, however, I don't think there's anything stopping us from moving forward.
On Monday, a judge will start the resentencing proceedings. Incoming DA Nathan Hochman has said he needs more time to review the case. Governor Gavin Newsom could take matters into his own hands, but he has already said he will not grant clemency, which is an entirely different process that could release the brothers until Hochman makes a recommendation.
I'm going to look and do a thorough review of the facts and the law. I'm going to go ahead and review the thousands of confidential prison records right now that I don't have access to.
Even if the resentencing is granted and it's not an immediate time served sentence, but eligibility for parole, the parole board will meet and decide whether to recommend that Eric and Lyle Menendez be released. But ultimately, it's up to the governor.
Now, here's what to expect tomorrow. Security will be heavy. Again, they're anticipating large crowds here. People won't be allowed to form outside the courthouse. For the lottery itself, only 16 members of the general public will be allowed access inside. So if you are interested, you're asked to start lining up by 9 in the morning. We're live in Van Nuys. Carlos Salcedo, Ktla 5 News.
Carlos, should be quite a day. We thank you for that. Elsewhere, 2 people were injured when a car went into the water this evening in Marina del Rey. LA County Fire says that they responded just after 6 o'clock to Admiralty Way. And officials say the 2 people there were able to get themselves out of the car and were in the water when the firefighters arrived. Now, they were conscious and taken to the hospital. Fire crews had to use a crane and a massive cable to get the car out of the water. Investigators are still there on scene. They're piecing together what may have led up to that crash.
In Northern California, 2 people are dead following a strong storm that dumped a record amount of rain, creating hazardous conditions on the roads. Yesterday, a man in his 60s was found trapped in a car that became submerged in water in Sonoma County. The body of a second victim was discovered near an overflowing creek in Santa Rosa, which experienced a 1,000-year rain event. While the precipitation has eased up today, a flood advisory remains in effect there through tomorrow afternoon. And Kai joins us now with a look at our local weather. Hi, Kai.
Hi, guys. Yeah, that atmospheric river was very strong, but fortunately it is weakening just a little bit as we now have made our way towards the end of the weekend. I hope you did have a delightful weekend. Folks, we're live for you in downtown right now. A very strong marine layer beginning to make its way along the coastline, and that's because we've got a much stronger onshore push that will continue to evolve over the next few days. Here's that moisture portions of the atmospheric river that is continuing to hit central, northern California, the Pacific Northwest, and the mountains. Well, we're going to continue to see the snow piling up along the Sierra Range. We've already seen the Mammoth area picking up anywhere between about 3, 6, 8 inches of fresh new snow, and more to come as we'll see this winter storm warning not just for Mammoth, but Reno, Lake Tahoe, down south towards Lake Isabella, Tehachapi, staying around until we get to very early Wednesday morning. A closer look at Southern California shows you that marine layer hitting the coastline right now. Temperatures getting cool, 53 in Oxnard and Santa Monica. Inland we go, also cool through Burbank, 52. Cold up in Big Bear tonight at 28 degrees, and cold in the high deserts as well, Lancaster, Palmdale into the upper 30s. Got a lot of instability over the next few days. Temperatures will continue to stay on the cool side, and we'll get into your Thanksgiving forecast as well in just a couple of minutes from now. Rick, Karine, back to you.
This robbery caught on camera in Beverly Hills. Police saying 4 thieves snatching designer handbags from a man and a woman at gunpoint. It happened as this pair were waiting in line outside.